para ir por encima de la razón?
We need a special intellect to go above reason.
Yes, the matter is that a person in this world, you or I, everyone, the person is built of a will to receive, a will to enjoy. And inside that desire to enjoy, he feels the whole of reality. Now, what pertains to his own pleasures he can feel, or, to the contrary, what pertains to his problems, his torments, he can feel, plus or minus, but only with respect to his own egoistic desire, to feel good in life, first of all. That's what we need, that's what our will to receive desires. And here we come to a new perception. I don't want to feel what's good or bad for me, but to detach from that, to rise above it. And to determine what's real to be what's good for others or what's bad for others. Why? Because by that I begin to see what's outside of me. Otherwise I don't see. In the whole world I can see only what's good or bad for myself personally, and in that I'm extremely limited. I never leave the limits of this little beast that thinks only about that. It's like a little child, like a baby. He feels only what's good or bad for it. That's all. More than that, he cannot feel. Afterwards, he grows, seemingly begins to integrate, connect with others, and it seems that he begins to understand and see the world. He doesn't understand and see the world. He only sees in a broader sense what's in his best interests and what's to his detriment, and that's how he advances. So our sensor by which we perceive reality is entirely and only the will to receive. And so we need to come to recognize that only in the will to receive, that we are only in the will to receive, and then that is called the created being in this world.
That's what it's called. There is no this world. It all depends on the extent that I perceive reality, my attitude towards what's happening, towards what exists. There are things in this world that I don't feel. I don't feel because my perception is only what will be good for me or what will be bad. And then I don't perceive anything else. If it doesn't enter my sense, my will to receive, not for plus nor for minus, then I don't feel. There could be great things, but I don't feel. And now the Kabbalah say the upper world, that they've already attained it. It's also here. We don't need to fly to the other end of the heavens or the galaxies. It is all here. But I don't feel it. Because I get all of reality only according to my measurement of is it good for me or bad for me. So all of reality is perceived by me according to my small will to receive. How can I start seeing more, understanding more, coming out of myself? So it is said that it's possible if you rise above your sense of good for me or bad for me, if you attain the quality of bestowal, the quality of faith. That you won't judge everything you feel in comparison to yourself, good or bad, but in comparison to the others. And then, if there are these others that in comparison to them, you can start relating to all of reality this way, then already you rise above yourself and you reach a new sense, which is called faith above reason. And then you enter a new perception, an external one. A perception that doesn't depend on you. You can feel how someone outside of you feels. And then you have an objective view, relatively. Well, it depends to what extent you can detach from yourself. And then you have an objective view on all of reality that you can reveal. The reality in which you can reveal is 125 degrees, 5 worlds. This is something that until you reach a complete perception to what is outside of you. And whatever is outside of you is called Bore. Bo-ure, come and see, meaning come and attain what exists. That now, of course, in your will to receive, you do not attain. And you can come and you can attain of what is truly outside of you. And then, when you attain these things, then you understand how you are living, in what nature, and what is happening to you. That's what we need to reach. That's why the method is called the wisdom of Kabbalah, how to receive all of this reality, this broad, extensive, infinite reality with respect to me, that I'll be able to receive it. That is why when I start receiving it, I'm called a Kabbalist, that I receive this external reality as it is, not in the way that I receive it in myself, but in the way that it actually is. There are degrees here that I annul myself more and more, and I feel reality in a way that it is. And this is how we exit it. So even coming out for the first time, outside of what I currently perceive, I already feel reality as existing, an upper reality, a spiritual reality. And by that, I begin to understand where I exist, why, what for, what's the process I need to go through, what state I need to reach. And before that, we are completely closed and blocked, and we have no possibility to rise above our state. And that is what gives us faith above reason.